Oh, damn. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Whatever time you're watching this, as always, thanks for watching Common Sense Fishing. So tonight's video, we're going to keep up with the same kind of principle as last video. Is we're going to do an hour here. We're going to talk about fishing tips and tricks for the fall transition. We're going to talk about a toy drive that we got going to help the needy kids. Then I'm going to jump on my other channel, Common Sense Talks, where we're going to go off about some other subjects, current news events, stuff like that. So come join me over there if you'd like, and let's catch up on what's going on in the world and get my take on it. So don't forget to smash that like, and let's get into the video. Excuse me real quick. Man, Casper, kick your butt. Now, so again, tonight's video, a little bit later on, we're going to talk about some fall transition tips. So we're going to get into that, talk about what to do kind of in the late summer. When you're still in summer, but you're going through those fluctuating days, this is a great time to pick up the top water, to get moving with some crankbaits, throwing jigs, and stuff like that. Keep the finesse ready because what can happen is you can have a lot of temp swings in this transitionary period where we were at 115 a week ago. We're going to be at 70 something in a day or two, and then we're going to be back up to 90 something. So it's going to be a lot of swings. Hey, bud, love you too. Thanks for watching. So that's my son there, Tyler. How you going? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. But yeah, there's a lot of temperature swings in the fall, so and the late summer, and that's going to give fish a lot of push back, pull in, push back, pull in, suspend, drop type of behavior. You may need to throw something like a jig, a Ned rig, and even a drop shot on a brutal day out the blue when we go from a bunch of days in the 70s and 80s, and then we hit a 95-degree day again. That may have to happen. Otherwise, maybe top water, stuff like that. But we'll get into that in a bit. All right, so we'll cover that more here in a little bit. But also, I'm excited to announce the toy drive. So we're going to be taking care of Christmas for as many kids as possible. So I went to Ross. That's one of my places that I go. And I just picked up, there's about 8 bags like this full of just cool, awesome toys for the kids. From remote control cars and vehicles. What I did now is I did a boy run. And next week, I'm going to do a girl run. We've got bikes already. We've got some girl bikes. So I'm going to go pick up some boy bikes. Just got a ton of toys. So I went and bought about $800 worth of toys myself. We haven't got a lot of donations or anything yet because we just started this year. So just letting everybody know, we're doing it. We're back. We got the toy drive going on. Roblox. We get some name toys. I don't just try to buy cheap stuff, but I do make Ross one of my first stops so I can get a lot for the younger crowd, for that kind of 6 to 10-year-old that plays with G.I. Joe's type stuff and race cars and trucks and stuff, You can get a lot of that stuff at Ross for a good price. So for $15, I'm getting things that would be $25, $30 everywhere else. And so that way I can just help more kids. So that's the first. We got, like I said, I got about 8 bags. There's 3 bikes right there, if you see. 1, 2, 3. And then there's a bike over here you can't see. So we've got 4 bikes, 8 bags of toys. We're just starting, so I'm excited. So how can you help? If you're interested, you can reach out to me. You can reach out through Facebook. If you know me personally, any of that stuff, Sam Matthews is my name on Facebook. That's my real name. I don't mind. I don't hide it. It is what it is. But you can get a hold of me through Facebook, message, whatever, call me, text me. And the gist of it is basically, if you want to donate and help out, feel free to. You don't have to, but if you want to, that'd be great. Otherwise, what I try to do is take people on fishing trips. Now, I'm not a guide. I don't have insurance or a license to guide and take people. I'm not like a pro or nothing. What I do is I take them on a fishing trip, right? Normally, say someone might kick down $100 or so for a fishing trip. So instead of taking that money and putting it in my pocket or putting it in towards the fishing trip, because to fill a truck and the boat up, On an average fishing trip now, it's like almost $200, right? So I'm not a guide. I'm not charging 2, 3, 400. I'm charging, about 100 or so, or whatever you want to donate over 100. So if you want to kick down 200, great. But then the idea is pay for the trip, right? But instead of me putting the money into the gas tank in the truck, I do that. And then I take the money that you give me because I'd like to fish anyways, right? So the idea is with me. So instead of fishing by myself, if I fish by myself, I would have to pay for the gas in the truck and the boat anyways. I'd go fishing, have fun, blah, blah, make some videos, YouTube, woohoo, life's great, right? Why not take someone along with me on those trips? And instead of just taking their money and paying for the trip, so I'm not paying for it, that's helping me. I take my money and I pay for the trip like I normally would have, take someone with me, then I take their money and I buy toys with it. So that's what I've been doing for the last few years. Now, I've been doing this toy drive actually for about 15 years now, or a little more. Ever since my son passed away, 2/23/06, I started donating to needy children in about, I think, 2008 or so was my first year doing it. So excited to help as many kids as I can. I know that 2 years ago we took care of hundreds of kids. Last year we did all right. We took care of like 40 or 50 or something, 60 or something, maybe 80. I don't remember. Somewhere wasn't over 100. The year before we took care of like over 200 and something. It was awesome. Took care of multiple classrooms full of kids. Took care of the Salvation Army, the Winton Community Outreach, Love Inc. We went through all kinds of organizations and helped everybody that we could. So excited to announce we're doing it again. So if you want to be part of that, reach out to me. You want to go on a fishing trip. As soon as the boat gets out the shop, as long as it's good news and it's not doom and gloom, we're going to be doing that. Otherwise, I guess I'll be shore fishing and just seeing if people want to help out. But yeah, so that boat should hopefully, I'm hoping it'll be done here in the next week or two so that I can get on the ball. We can set up some trips and take people fishing, record them, have some cool videos coming. Like I said, my GoPros are in the boat too. So I've got about 3 or 4 videos that as soon as my boat comes out, they're going to hit right up to YouTube. Boom, boom. I haven't been downloading anything because actually all my GoPros are in my boat. I was like, bonehead, didn't even think about it. Like I was so excited when he called me, bring the boat by. I was like, yeah, let's take the boat in. And then like, I could go pick them up. They're only in Modesto, but I should have kept one so I could do some shore fishing. I was planning on doing all this other stuff, and then work's been hectic. I'm still busy, even though it's slowing down with temperature wise. I'm still working most of the day, so I just barely got off. I'm still in my work shirt, all dirty and fadangled up. So that's a good problem to have, though, right? Hey. You got the boat back? Not quite, but soon, very soon. I'll have the boat back soon. So, yeah, that's the thing is I'm doing the whatchamacallit. Oh yeah, good one too, Mad Bass. You know what? I need to do the September giveaway, so we're gonna go ahead and do. I didn't put it in the headline, but I haven't done the September giveaway, and I think I promised I'm gonna do it tonight. And I know I owe still like 4 people. I got Cam Sayamp Gavong his stuff. And then one of the other guys got a hold of me through Facebook. And then I'm supposed to give someone else's stuff to Ray. He's going to hit me up. I just got to meet up with you. And then I think I got 1 or 2 other people I got to get a lure pack and a gift card out to. So that's all like I'm still busy, but I'm finally, I know next week is slowing down. So it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to breathe a minute, take care of some things that I got to. There's still money coming in. There's still work coming in. That's great. But I'm going to actually have some time now. So we're going to get everything shipped out. Then, like I said, if the boat isn't ready, I'm going to go pick the GoPros up so that I can upload the 4 videos that I have so that you guys can watch those, because I'm real excited to try a little bit of a new format, and it's a little bit more of an experience on the lake with me and less like fish after fish and more me casting and talking and then some just beautiful scenery, and I'm going to try to like avoid it being too bland and dry. Avoid using too much music or emotion or something, and avoid not trying to talk too much, right? So giving some tips and tricks, followed by some beautiful scenery, followed by a fish here and there. Not too much about just fish after fish after fish. Lure, this is what I catch. Do this. Fish. Yay. I mean, I look and I have a lot of videos that are pretty dang good that I even think, I think are real good. And a lot of them I just realized, damn, it's just me catching a ton of fish, showing you what lure, where I'm catching them. That helps a lot. But and I'll give some tips and tricks on it, but I'm like, it's not a coherent video. It's more just like a fun fishing trip, which I want to do some of those too. But I think that I need to focus more while I'm out there, almost like write up episodes and do it. So we're going to be doing some more fun stuff. You guys will see a change. And if you don't like it, let me know. We go back to the fun old ways. If you guys do, let me know. We'll do more of it. Just like I'm going to do some more whiteboard breakdowns. I'm also trying to figure out how to bounce back and forth between split screen, share the screen, and like full screen. Believe it or not, they're probably laughing at me for all the people that are real used to it. But what you have to do, if I remember correctly, is I don't think YouTube really gives you the tools to do much of that. So you have to run your YouTube through a streaming program. So like it runs through a streaming program first, actually, then through YouTube, and it sends it to YouTube. And in that streaming program, you can add effects, you can do things, you can switch views, you can, depending on what program you're using. So I'm not a noob on it, but I don't have any help. I don't have any producers. I don't have nothing, right? It's just me. So if the channel grows, that'll be stuff I'm definitely going to look into. But in the meantime, I'm trying to self-learn so that I can give you guys better content. So I want to start doing like some Google Earth stuff like that. So like I said, I tried to do a few. Some of them seem to do okay. Some videos do better than others. It's like hard to try to fathom what really works for the YouTube community, because I think I've probably spouted my mouth off so many times about how I feel about other stuff that the YouTube algorithms got me put in the whole, like, I'm bad boy. Like, my first videos were real crazy. I've done some crazy shit on video, so especially like I have like 500 videos. If you go watch some of the older ones, you'll get what I'm talking about. But so I don't know. It feels like the algorithm hates me sometimes, but it's all right. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that hangs out. I'm trying to grow the channel, and definitely have to be, on time and have to be consistent, right? So I'm working on that. It's just doing heating and air conditioning, having a family, which is mainly owning my own business, doing heating and air in the summertime. It's 100%. That's all I got right there, is I have to do that right now. It's been so busy. But the spring and fall is just going to give me so much opportunity, because even if I was like rich and doing very good, the best well-off heating and air conditioning companies have plenty of time off in the spring and fall. And so in the winter and summer, though, that's your big money months. You're killing it, and you do so good that if you're not stupid with your money, you'll be all right through the spring and fall, right? And that's where I would really like to adventure into this YouTube stuff some more, about like maybe upgrading my light, upgrading the webcam or the camera that I'm using, the whole setup. That would be awesome, but I don't know when and how, I'm going to be able to do it right now. I know little baby steps, right? I would like to get some guests on. First, I've got to be more consistent. I got to make sure I'm not missing as much. But usually I'm pretty darn consistent if it isn't for work, right? However, there's times where the family wants to go out to eat. The wife gets off at 6. I do the show at 7. We're screwed, right? So it's like, and then I'm not done till like 8 or 9. So it can be pretty tricky, trying to, and then I do the live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I don't want to cut back on it, but at the same time, it's like, so I'm trying to maintain the same level that I've started with, because I started with so much enthusiasm and going hard. and my business, my HVAC business, wasn't really started going yet, really hardcore. So I had the time, and then now it's just life's so crazy. It's a good problem, but that's kind of what those are my excuses, I guess you would say, on why I'm late sometimes. So I apologize for the days that I missed or that I'm late, but I'm here for you. So we're gonna have a giveaway tonight for the members. Every month we have a members only giveaway. When we hit 2,000 subscribers, which is right around the corner, we're almost there, guys. Help us get that by smashing that subscribe, like button, comment on my videos, share them, help the algorithm pick them up again, and let's get the channel growing. When we hit that 2,000 mark, I'm going to do a nice big giveaway for everybody. And then don't forget, members, that come Christmas, everybody gets a prize. It's Merry Christmas, members, as always. For being a member of Common Sense Fishing, every month we do giveaways, stuff like that. I do early releases, so when I'm on them, when I'm super fishing and I'm pumping out some good information, my members always get it first. I'll do some here and there weird stuff where I'll do a members only live stream, and I'm much more candid or open. There's stuff like that. I fish with a lot of my members. They get a lot of leniency and just whatever they want, basically, is within reason, right? I try to accommodate you guys, and you guys are all awesome. So every Christmas, I send all my members a couple lures or something like that. Nothing crazy, but I send everybody a Christmas gift to say thank you from Common Sense Fishing. Then every month we do a giveaway. And usually every month or so, we'll do even a subscriber giveaway. So there's benefits just to watching and hanging out. But I genuinely want to make sure that I'm entertaining, that I'm not abrasive, that I'm fun to listen to, hang out with, and that you may be getting something out of this, and or at least at the end of the day, kind of getting a kick out of the stories or out of some of the side rabbit holes we go down. Or for example, like this Christmas toy drive that I'm doing, not technically fishing related. I mean, it is, right? We're doing fishing trips for it as soon as the boat gets out the shop. But I just get pumped about Christmas, and I'll tell you guys that story here in a second. um, Basically, my first Christmas as a kid was that I remember, right? My first Christmas that I remember, we were poor. We were struggling in Monterey. Dad was working. I think mom might have lost her job in between jobs. I was probably like 4 or 5. And I remember a lot of this. It was crazy. I remember at one point my shoes were so bad they were talking, and I was getting made fun of in like kindergarten or something. I punched a kid or something. I remember getting in trouble. Yeah, I was a glue eater. I remember eating glue in kindergarten. It's so weird. Like paste tasted great, and then people like, yeah, you eat it, and I'm like, yeah, it tastes bomb. And I was like, it tastes good. I was a paste eater. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them tardy kids. Man, I was a weird one for sure. Had a lot of fun, but anyways, yeah, I was a wild child. But I have a lot of memories of even as early as about 3 years old. I remember chasing a rainbow one time because thinking that leprechauns were real and pot of golds were really at the end of the rainbow. We were all poor, living in the apartment complex in these place called Charles Apartment in Salinas. And if you know the Charles Apartments, or if you know Salinas, the Charles Apartments has around them in certain areas, they have these wooden posts, and then they have chains that hang from post to post. And they used to be just so high. The posts were only so high, and the chains would only hang so low. They weren't meant like as any kind of real big means of just so people didn't drive electric things or vehicles or stuff up there, right? And so I remember skipping and jumping over those chains, and then one time my toe caught the chain. I didn't quite clear it, and I remember falling and knocking, I think, one of my teeth out, or putting my teeth through my lip or something. Busted my lip. I think I need stitches. I got all jacked up. Had to go to the dentist. It hurt bad. Good fun memory that sticks with you, right? So anyways, shit, where was I even going? See how I got down the rabbit hole real quick? Oh yeah, it's Monterey. So yeah, I was poor, and I remember my mom and dad had me, because I was a decent artist as a kid. I should have fed into it because at a real young age, I was actually extremely good for my age. Then when I got around like 10 to 13, I kind of stopped. So my skills like stayed around where they were at that age because as I got older, I just stopped messing with it. I'm still a decent artist. Like I can draw, paint, contrast, color stuff, real good. But I don't mess around with it much, right? I don't have the patience. I kind of lost it. Um, so anyways, I was like my mom and dad were like, draw something cool to do. It was like, hey, it's for like Christmas thing. And it was me, and I remember my other brother was a baby. He was there. It was all three of us. But I remember me and my middle brother Steven, he was like 3 or 4, and I was like 5 or 6, something like that. And we were just hurting. And I drawed like I don't remember what I draw, but I drawed some really 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 cool picture, and it won. And then there was a story like we had to like write about why we want to win or get like a shopping spree or something for or something, right? Sorry, it's the wife. So I just told the truth, and I was like brutal, like as a kid. Like I'm tired of my shoes talking. I'm tired of getting beat up and made fun of. I'm tired of like wanting money, or wanting stuff. As like a 5 year old or 6 year old wanting to pay my parents' bills. Just I remember that stuff. I remember seeing my parents struggle, and then I'd watch a cartoon show about a leprechaun and a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and knew gold was valuable, gold was money. And I'm like literally at like 3 or 4 years old, I chased the rainbow, and well, at like 3 years old, walked like a mile or two away from the apartments, was wandering around somewhere trying to find the damn end of the rainbow. I never forget that because I wanted to help out. So, anyways, I told the truth, and I drew a cool picture, and it won. And I got me and my whole family was particularly, I think it was 3 carts, and we had like a time limit, and they let us uh, the way it went was they sent a limousine to pick us up, me and my brother, and this is in Monterey, right? And it was so cool. So this limousine pulls up. I don't remember where we were. Charles Apartments, Pacific Grove, or Monterey. We lived in Salinas, Pacific Grove, Carmel, Monterey, and Seaside. So we bounced around a lot when I was little over there. Place is just so expensive. My dad always worked at Spreckles Sugar, but my mom was a job here for a couple of years, there for a couple of years. And I think it was just always trying to find a better place. Plus, having kids, we were probably rowdy, so I don't know they get in trouble or not. I don't know why. I don't remember that much. But anyways, I remember the limousine pulling up to get us, and I want to say it actually met us at a church or something or somewhere. It met us somewhere, picked us up somewhere. I don't think it was at the house. It might have been, but anyways, I just remember the limousine pulling up, and then I remember like my eyes lighting up, my brother's eyes lighting up, and then I remember the door open and they let us in, and Santa Claus is in the limousine, and I'm talking like the real Santa Claus. Like, of course he ain't, I don't want to spoil if any kids are watching, but like I'm talking a real beard, right? Old 70, 80-year old, jolly old white dude with big old snow white beard and frosty eyebrows, all legit, no fake. Let me pull on his beard. Told me he was the real deal Santa Claus. Because of this event in him, I wrote to Santa Claus and believed in him until I was probably like 12, to be honest. You can make fun of me now. It's all right. I was a fool. I held hope even after I knew. I was like, no, he's got to be real. That's sort of God. But yeah, because I mean, I'm like 5 years old. The dude's letting me pull on his beard, and 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 what the first thing he gives me is he gives me this little present, right? And I'm like thinking, okay, cool. I got these two gifts. I get to ride with Santa Claus, and I don't know what's coming, right? So I open one up. It's two presents actually. Sorry. I opened one up and it was a cool little, maybe $20, but to me, the best thing ever. It was a watch, right? So a nice little digital watch. I'm like all excited, like, oh, I got a watch. And then I open the next one up, right? And it's a wallet. And I'm scratching my head like, the hell do I need a wallet for? I'm a kid. I don't, I guess, I don't have any IDs or nothing to put it in, and I'm barely ever have any money. I open it up, there's $100 bill in there. Oh man, I was so happy. I gave him a big old hug. My brother basically got the same gift, and he's kind of special needs. He was like three or four or something. And but they let me. They opened the sunroof on the limousine, and they let me pop up, right? And through Monterey, I don't know if there was I think there was like some kind of, there might have been a Christmas festival or something going on. I don't know, but it just seemed like that. Maybe it just was just, it was awesome. So I got to drive from where they picked us up to like the Monterey Mall, like kind of down off the one, like the old school one, really, over by the movie theaters. And I went there recently, and they brought back all the memories. So I was all excited. But it's this little toy shop in the Monterey Mall, but they had like all the cool stuff. They had all the GI Joes, Transformers, GoBots. They had He-Man. They had She-Ra. They had Skeletor. They had the Jedi stuff. They had the Jedi, the Ewok village. Oh man, I got most of my cool toys right there. Like they said, so I go in the store and I'm thinking I got $100, and they're like, "Nah, put that away." And I'm like, "What?" And I find out, okay, here's your card, dude. You have like 5 minutes to fill it up, right? And my brother just was super stoked. He started filling it up with like stuff, but he was kind of struggling. Well, I knew exactly what toys I like, what I wanted, what I've always dreamed of. I went straight to that stuff. Bam, 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 bam. G.I. Joe, Cobra Hiss, tanks, helicopters, everything G.I. Joe, over half the cart full of all the best G.I. Joe stuff and the bases and the toys. Then I went to I got the Ewok village, boom, threw that under the cart. It had the under thing. And then I filled my stuff up with everything I wanted. And we still had like 2 minutes. And I noticed Steven's cart's like barely filled. So I ran over there and I helped him. And like I sat my cart where it was at, and I started helping him grab something like. And he was he was excited. He didn't know what to get. He was thinking too much. And so I was like, dude, you like all this right here. Do. Helped him. By the time the 5 minutes was up, his cart was as full as mine. And we went home, and that's like, it was just the best. And it was to a kid like that, it was the best. Just, it was the best that you could ever imagine, being in a position that I was in at that age. And like I said, it's weird that I got like such a crazy memory. Man, I remember all this shit like it was yesterday. And I remember going to Payless Shoes like 4 years old and having my 3 or 4 or whatever I was, and having my shoes talking. And I think they lasted a whole year like that, from like 4 to 5, or maybe from 5 to 6. It's that window or time frame. The chasing the rainbow was at like 3 and a half, and I remember that for sure. Trying to get the pot of gold. But I want to say I was in between 5 and 6 for the Christmas thing. So, anyways, long story short, I love Christmas, and I love seeing other people enjoy Christmas, right? So I love helping out the kids. It just breaks my heart when I see kids that aren't, or that they're too poor. Their parents got them like two toys. It's like, no, not on my watch. So, anyways, just wanted to let everybody know, we're doing the toy drive, so that's starting here, and almost done. So we're gonna jump into some fall tips and tricks.
read some comments here, and then I'm excited. I'm gonna go jump on Common Sense Talks, and I'm gonna yap all kinds of crap about what's been going on in the news and stuff lately. So if you guys are interested, you can come join me over there. Try to wake everybody up, and also positive people too, though, because there's ways around and out of the situation we're in if we work together. But anyways, so that'll be here coming up from 8 to 9. I'm going to jump on Common Sense Talks. If you're interested, you can go check that channel out. But yeah, so let's get into some fall tips and tricks. Let's read some stuff. India. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Hello, Sam. Hey, Brian. Yeah, yeah. And let's also make sure everybody hits the giveaway. Hey, what's up? Keeping it real. So let's put giveaway. So we've got Mad Bass. We've got Brian Wentler, Ray, keeping it real. Kay, Mike Dozer. So I'll just put all the members in the giveaway today. So day one of the TOC at Pardee, sitting at 7th place with 8 pounds. 14 is leading. Going to switch it up tomorrow for day two. Well, not bad. Good job, brother. Do what you got to do. I can't tell you. All I could say is maybe, yeah, you probably do need to switch it up, but don't drop what if it's been working and catching you fish. Keep that in your back pocket in case what you go don't work. But right now should be some good jig fishing to get quality fish right now over the smaller ones. Yeah, if you're catching nothing but small ones and someone's catching size, it's either going to be location or depth. Either you're in a part of the lake with a bunch of rats, or you're just fishing either too deep or too shallow, or on the bottom while the big ones are suspended, or vice versa. Uh, the little bass that are, a pound and a half don't roll with the 4 pounders. They'll get eaten by those things. They very rarely do, or they'll roll near each other. I've watched this happen as a big old rat pack of 1 to 2.5, 3 pound bass destroying shad and bait fish. And the fours and fives were coming up out of 30, 40 feet deep and smashing stuff and then going back down, boom, like this, while all of the big school of little fish were up at the top in the first 5 feet, and you can see down about 15, 20 feet. It was really clear water, beautiful. The big ones were coming up and just hitting the stuff that was dying. They were coming up, boom, hitting it, and then going back down. And then just out, like where your vision, where you couldn't see anymore, just out the depths they were coming. It was pretty cool to see. They would charge right through the stuff, hit stuff, and then go right back down, while the little fish were all up in a big old massive school going through them. It was the craziest thing to see. Only seen something like that like once or twice, but I just noticed that there'll be times when I roll through a ton of 1 pounders, and the twos and threes are there, so it's something. It's usually going to either bait size presentation, like if you're throwing a drop shot, switch to a jig, or try a Cinco or a Texas rig, or a bigger worm, bigger drop shot. And if that's what you're doing is you're bottom bouncing and you're getting a lot of smaller fish on the bottom, maybe try something like a spinner bait right now, or a crankbait. Couple of friends been posting some videos on Facebook of some decent bass on things like spinner baits, and I don't know, I don't recall what lake they're out of, but a couple of guys got some between 2 and 4 pounders on some spinner baits. So I'm kind of like, I also watch other people. I don't try to give away what other people are doing, but if there's a genuine, like, I'm watching Facebook, I haven't been fishing for a week, and I noticed that guys out of Maloney's and Pedro are constantly posting decent fish, and I know them, and they ain't gonna lie, and I know, okay, they're catching them on jigs or they're catching them on this, and I know multiple people are doing that. Then I have a solid belief that, okay, this is a pretty good pattern. You could probably go try, and you should do all right on. Well, sometimes it's just people also lie through their teeth. So they'll be on Facebook with, a circle worm, oh, you caught him on a Cinco, and it was really on a jig or a swim bait, or vice versa. They caught it on a drop shot. Next thing you know, they're putting a big 8-inch glide bait in its mouth, 6 pounder or something, throwing fools off. So I try to just go out and do whatever works for me. You know, that's why I give tips and tricks, but I always keep it real and like I don't know it all. And even if I did, I still wouldn't act like I did. It's just like because fishing changes, and you got to adapt and change with it. I noticed, Andy Blaukat said something that, like, when you're young and first into angling, he goes, "You're dangerous when you actually start getting good enough to know how to catch the fish, but you haven't done it long enough where you're not set in your ways, because you're willing to do anything and try anything, and you'll catch a lot more bigger fish. But then once you've been fishing for 10, 15, you start becoming that guy that like 90% of the time throws the drop shot, or 90% of the time throws the jig, or 90% of the time throws the whatever. And you don't want to be that dude. So, that's, you can get stuck in that real quick. And I thought it was an on point to make that actually the older you get at fishing, the more you are at risk of actually becoming worse at fishing, because you think you know it all and you get set in your ways on particular patterns. So you'll go fishing and then it'll be overcast and you'll swear up and down they got to be active, they got to be like this. And you'll go chasing whatever worked a couple years ago, and then instead of thinking outside the box or adapting and changing, you just do the whole damn same thing all day, or try the three different lures all day long, and then bounce and frustrated and say it must suck. Well, someone on the lake's kicking ass probably. And we all have probably done that more than once, but some of us more than others. So it's like, I thought it was a great point that he made on that video. So I don't try to ever take things either. I don't plagiarize, but I'll share them and I'll give credit where credit is due. So if someone shares a video with me that they're catching fish on a specific bait or type and they don't mind me sharing it, I'll tell people. But I'll always make sure, hey, a friend told me this. I may not say which friend, which lake. I may not, but if I know like a couple of people have sent me videos and they're catching them on spinner baits, I'll let people know, hey, maybe they're suspended, they're schooling up. That's the time to throw things like spoons and stuff. But you can also cover water and take a big spinner bait. You just need to know when to throw a Colorado versus a willow and when to throw gold versus silver, right? And get out there and start chunking them, and you can cover lots of water and pick up some big aggressive fish right now. This is the perfect time for things like the spinner bait. A-rig can also be a killer lure right now. So it just depends. I haven't been on the water enough and recently to really 100% give you guys my honest 2 cents on what's going on right now and what I would do. But I mean, I know what theoretically I would be doing. But that's the thing, is don't put yourself in a box. So when you get out on the lake, fish, like you said, Danny, if you got to switch things up, switch things up. Do what you got to do. Don't be too much stuck. That way, keep that flexibility that makes you more dangerous. It gives you the ability to go out there and stumble into something while someone else is just constantly thinking about whatever worked before or what should technically work, instead of you say what should work and then you do it for a while. If it don't, think about it. Why may it not? Is it that it's overcast and yeah, it's kind of warm out and they should be, but wait a minute. What if it was 115 3 days ago and now all of a sudden it's 83? Or just hypothetically, yeah, it was 115, but it didn't have that much of a cool off. And even though it's 80 degrees and warm, that's a massive drop in temperature. That's a massive cold front. So if you start looking at that as, even though it's warm outside, that's an actual cold front. What did bass do during a cold front? So then you might say, well, the bass should be, well, maybe not, think it through. Maybe there's other factors compounding it, right? So if you can think outside the box, don't put yourself into a cage where you're only throwing the same three lures all day. You're going to have much more chances of succeeding. But also don't just willy-nilly change lures. I see people that do that. Willy-nilly, they're going to throw a crankbait for 20 casts, and willy-nilly they're throwing a drop shot, then willy-nilly they're throwing a Cinco, then willy-nilly they're throwing a buzz bait. And it's like, what the hell? I'm trying to like put myself like, why are you throwing these different things? And I'm like, and then I come to the realization, I think it's just because those are things that have worked in the past for them. And it's like, what you want to do is try to to analyze the situation that you're in. What's the temperatures? What's the temperatures been the last few days? And what are the temperatures looking like coming up in the next few days? And know, are you on a temp rise? Are you on a temp drop? Are you in the middle of a high pressure or low pressure system? Are you experiencing multiple days of sunshine? If you're going through one day was cloudy, next day sunshine, or vice versa, then you'll start to remember, oh, usually but do this. But if you think and then you just get there and you're like, the bat it's 90 out, it's this, the bass should be doing that, and you go out and they're not doing that, chill, take a break and then think like, what could they be doing? That's also where those electronics come in handy. But and sometimes this time of the year you also got to run and gun as far as go find them, because there may be big areas, especially in the middle of summer and late summer, big areas of dead water because there's no fresh incoming water. Lakes are at their lowest levels, oxygen levels are low, depending on the body of water. So you may have to go find an active zone too. That may very well be that you're just fishing in the wrong area. So anyways, let's get the wheel of names up, do our giveaway here, our stealth giveaway. I didn't put it in. You guys like that, how I didn't put it in the title of tonight's video? But I did say, I think Monday, that we were doing it today. So thanks for paying attention, guys. Yeah. All right. So we're going to put in Mad Bass first, and then Ray. All right. Bear with me for uno momento, por favor. Brian Wentler. So can't wait though to take care of some kids for Christmas. So man, that's the real stuff. That's what makes me get all excited. Okay. And keeping it real. Mike Dozer. Hey, hope no. All right. Yeah. I'm going to jump over to Common Sense Talks here after this, and I'm going to rant about the news and current events if you guys are interested there. Otherwise, we're about to be done here for the fishing. I went on an emotional rant about Christmas and toys, and some stories of my past about Christmas, and then I gave some fall tips and tricks for the best that I can right now without actually being on the water. So, all right, what's a fishing channel without fishing? What the hell, Sam? Yeah, don't worry, folks. I'm working on it. I promise. If I can't get that boat out the shop here in the next week or two, I'm driving down there here soon, and I'll be picking up my GoPros. That way I can do some shore videos or go jump in the back of someone else's boat. Because I've already been invited to like 2 trips, but I don't got my GoPros for one, and two, this is my last like super busy week of work, and next week I have a couple days of work already, but it's not going to be much. So I know I got fishing ahead of me. I've got some relaxation that I could chill for a bit, and then I'll probably be stressing on how I'm going to pay my bills until it gets cold. Hopefully we get a cold winter. Yep, because man, I tell you what, summer is great, but as soon as that work starts, you start stressing like, did I make enough to get me through? So heating and air, man, it's a great job, but when you own your own business, I think in any business, it's sink or swim. There's no excuses. There's no giving up. Sometimes working a day, 7 days a week. I worked 3 months with like 5-6 days off total out the whole thing probably, and that only included a couple days because I had to go to New Mexico to drop my kids off for summer to go see their mom. So like, Anyways, so let's do this giveaway here. Just make sure we don't have anybody else on. Smash the like button if you guys get a chance. Thank you again for watching Common Sense Fishing. And all right, let me answer this business. So it's just a quick text. Yep, just let me know what time Monday works. I just got to check my schedule, make sure I don't have work real quick. Or if I do, what times do I have it? And Monday, it looks like I do at 2 o'clock. So, sorry, folks. Right. Okay, just sent the text to the customer. Good customer of mine. All right, thank you guys very much. Appreciate Robert. Yeah, end of week going out. You want to go? Maybe Pedro? Hell yeah, I'm down, Ray. You know it. Let me know. We'll go cranking. I know you like crankbaiting too. We'll go smack them. We'll just go figure out where the hell we can go crankbait some good bass. Moccasin is a good place to crankbait all the docks. That and Blue Oaks and also Fleming. I like crankbaiting structure, or you got to get up against those big old rocks. Crankbaiting plain shore ain't my thing really, but you can catch a lot of spotted bass doing that at Don Pedro. You want the largies, you got to find structure. That's honest to God truth. If you find that you're catching too many damn spotted bass and you're fishing New Maloney's, Don Pedro, and McClure, you need to get off of wherever you're at and go find big ass giant rock, big rock with cracks and crevices that are big, and throw big shade, not little and medium rock usually, and also trees, wood, structure, anything that, vegetation, all that good stuff. Spotted bass are going to be just sitting out in the plain middle of nowhere using the current, you know, just chasing and swimming and moving. They could be anywhere from up a couple of feet up on shore because they're moving. Their movers are constantly moving and swimming, or they could be out 100 over 100, 200 feet of water. Those little bastards are everywhere. While largies are usually almost 100% exclusively tucked up against structure a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. You can go catch them offshore and do some crazy stuff for them too. That's big swim baits certain times of the year. Winter, they'll go real deep and but they kind of hang on the same stuff, big chunk rock and anything down there that's a big structural hold for them. So, anyways, let's get back here to the wheel of names. Make sure we're not missing nobody. We got Hilf, no, we got Ray. Yep. All right, so let's hit this up. I gotta take a photo. Oh, you guys. Oh, look at it. There you go. Mad Bass. Winner. Boom. Let's see what we get here. Our Mad Boss. Congratulations, Mad Bass. I'll get you another gift card. So I've just got to go and make sure I've got everybody's stuff. So for this week, I'm sending it out. Probably going to do it like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to go and just mail everybody's stuff. And then the people that want to meet me in person, either between now and then, I'll set it up, or I'll just try to just deliver or drop off or whatever, or meet, everybody that I can. And then the rest, we're just going to ship them out. Sayonara. I think there's like 4 of them. I got to go double check. I don't want to miss anybody. I'll kick myself in the ass. So if you're someone that's won, let me know, and I'll go double check to make sure. But yeah, I want to make sure I get everybody their stuff, because we've had like probably maybe even 4 to 6 winners, and I haven't been able to send anything in the last like probably 4 weeks. is the last time I sent someone's giveaway stuff out, maybe or so, something like that. So all the winners in that time frame, I got to get you guys squared up because it's just the heating and air, right? It's been crazy, but thank God I finally have a moment I can just like say, but with that being said, congratulations, Mad Bass. I'm going to smash this beer. Say sayonara to all my fishing friends. We'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to drop in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sorry, I missed this Wednesday. But anytime between 6 and 9 p.m., usually get to see me on 7. Sometimes I'm on a little early, and sometimes I'm on a little late, 7:10, 7:15, depending on work, stuff like that. And then I'm going to start jumping on Common Sense Talks around 8 o'clock. So we'll see you guys at Common Sense Talks next if you want to jump over there. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Again, congratulations, Mad Bass. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And if anybody wants to go fishing, hit me up. I'm super down. I just got to get my, I'll go without the dang GoPros, but, it would be nice to shoot a video. I don't think I have a backup one here. Stupid me. Anyways, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.